Good morning, red cosmic earth. In the wave spell of the red serpent. Vital force, survive instinct. Let's see where we're going today. I'm going to start with these lovely quotes out of this lovely app called Synchronario 1320. Synchronario 1320. Let's start with this one. For the red earth today, I envision my life guided by knowledge and transcend, creating a heaven on earth. Not sure there's a typo in there. Guided by knowledge. We're guided by the dragon. Everybody's cosmic today. Blue hand, red earth, white wind in the analog, and a red dragon. Except the yellow seed. Magnetic. The occult. The unseen. The earth attracts her seeds, and the seeds attract their earth. That's attraction. I wanted to say that's love, but I'm not sure if that's right. But it certainly is some kind of magnetic attraction. In this case, perhaps from the seed to the earth, since the seed is magnetic, the occult. And these two wave spells, I've spoken about it at length in this wave spell. The seed wave spell reversed. Just can't underline that enough. And the serpent wave spell, what to us appears linear. We can keep linearity in terms of from linear progression from 1 to 13, linear progression from 13 to 1, but we can remove the direction, and that's interesting. What is this? If I go from 1 to 13, that is a direction in progression. Is it a direction in time? If 13 is today and 1 is tomorrow or whenever, I'm moving backwards and forwards at the same time. I've really spoken about this a lot, and I really want to speak about this a lot more. Because ultimately, what is this moment now? How important is it to understand the wave? How big is this now? Is this now just this infinitesimal space between was and will be, between past and present and future? What is this present moment? How long is it? I'm looking at these trees out there. What am I looking at? Am I looking at something and then remembering what I've just looked at? Am I looking at something that I have been told, so I remember and know what a tree is, what this kind of tree is? So I look at what I've learned to look at. And just then they're swaying for me, like a lot more, like they're waving at me. Just now they stood quite still. Now they're waving left and right. My mind says, are they saying no? Because left to right in my culture is no. Can you wave up and down? Yes. They're trying. I love it. You're so cute. Thank you. I was just about to say, I didn't learn to look at trees as beings that talk to me. in some form. When I was a child and I was told about trees, I always questioned that. I was like, how do you know that they don't speak? How do you know that they don't feel? How do you know this? How do you know that? And I got no answer, so I gave it up. But here today, and this way, and now they're really still. Are you listening to me? No. No. They can't say no. We don't know how to say no. We can only say yes. Okay, I get it. Oh, you're dead still now. Do you hear me? Can you hear? Now my expectation is interfering with a clear answer because I'm kind of expecting a yes and it's not moving. But it doesn't know how to say no. So if the answer is no, how would the tree say no? We're not hearing you. But when we hear you, we can respond. I love it. It's cute. Anyway, where is it coming from? I don't know. Lost my train of thought. Magnetic seed and serpent, these whispers and time backwards and forwards. Okay, we're on tone 13. Cosmic. Transcend. Oh, I have a birthday today. A friend birthday. Who's got a kin birthday today? Ah, my nephew. He is the cosmic earth. Happy kin birthday, honey bunch. Endure transcending presence. Endure transcending presence. Transcending presence. Now that is a concept. Transcending presence. Is that even possible? How do you transcend presence? Perhaps transcending presence is our ability to imagine a future, to imagine something different from what is. It doesn't have to be a future. If I think of this tree as just, if I think of this tree, I don't want to do this because it might scare the tree. If I think of a tree as cut down, then I know in my mind I'm not thinking of that tree in the past. Because in my understanding of the world, no tree develops from cut down state to standing upright. That is an impossibility in my world. That's a limitation of the world I live in. It's a limitation of the world everyone I know lives in. So if I think of it, I have to tell myself instantly, like I know this is a future or a potential for this tree. If I think of this tree in seedling, like it's just 20 centimeters looking above the earth and checking out the temperature and the surrounding trees and who else is around here, am I going to grow here or not? Oops, comes a deer and says, no, you're not. Delicious. That was that. So if I think of that little seedling, it's a slightly different story. My mind assumes, and a while ago it would have assumed without question, just like that cut down tree, that this is the tree in the past, because now it's a big tree. No big tree reverses itself into a small tree. But now I'm like, oh, maybe this is the future incarnation of this tree. And what if we're just experiencing time and development in a certain progression that is not at all the only way it could be experienced? It's just the limitation of the paradigm we're living in right now. I'm reminded of Westworld. So they come into this real life game park, theme park, game park, and play whatever they play in there. And they have to a very young degree, adhere to the rules and of the world that they're in. If anybody read Otherland, if you're into reading sci-fi novels at all, and you haven't read Otherland, I highly recommend it. It's a 4-part novel, 4-part series. It's extremely intense. It took me half of the first novel to read, and I really was close to giving up so many times because, like, what is this? This thing starts over and over. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't connect because every chapter starts a new world or a new person's perspective, and you're meeting each of these characters, and you don't realize how they connect yet until it connects, and then they go into virtual worlds, and within those virtual worlds, they know that they're in a virtual world. They know who they are in their real world, but within the virtual world, they have to adhere to the rules of the world. You can't play outside of them. And is it maybe the same for us? It would make absolutely perfect sense to not remember. In their case, they remember, they know who they are, they know where they come from, they know they're wearing avatars in this world. Now, how many of us know that we're wearing avatars in this world? And how many of us are part of the program? Or we have forgotten that we avatars because it just is a different way of playing the game. Red Earth. I'm going to play the tune. You know me, always read the quote first. Here's another one. There are other dimensions of experiences that we are not currently aware of. Should I just speak about that? No, of course not. Heptad 37 I read yesterday. I will read Heptad 37 again for anyone who didn't listen yesterday and is listening today. It's way 37, way number 37. Art stabilizes meditation. Heptad 37, precept 37. Do not ask me what that means. I think heptad is the week, is the name of week. The quote, the degree to which we are immersed in our ego is the degree to which we are creating and repeating noospheric cliches. Oh, damn it, I love it. The degree to which we are open to spirit and non-egoic forms of life and communication, to that degree we are potentiating ourselves as noospheric mediums. I don't know who's listening here, and I don't know how old you are, and I don't know if that makes a difference. It might. For me, as long as I've been on this planet, it's a radical departure from the paradigm I was born into. Absolutely radical. This engaging on the present. I'm totally on the present without without anything. And I don't know why I say it's a radical departure, because the more I embody it, in a way, it's not. It's kind of like we're discovering quantum mechanics and quantum fields and quantum everything. It's a radical departure from classical physics, but we're realizing, well, it's always been here. So it's not like we've discovered something new. It's just a new discovery for us. But that's the way the world has always worked in the quantum fields. It's just we're new to the party. The party is old. So I'm also realizing, well, in a way, excuse me, I've kind of always worked like this. Meeting a moment on its own terms, wherever possible. But I have learned especially in interhuman interactions, how often we are not present. How often we talk about the mask, we talk about whatever. I mean, red earth, synchronicity, what endures, whatever makes us feel safe. Red serpent wave spell. if the skywalker, the solar skywalker, decides what makes us feel good and safe, what makes us feel safe is usually what makes us feel good. And if wearing a mask makes us feel socially acceptable, or we've learned it in childhood because everybody wears it, so it's just a natural thing to do. At some point, depending on how far that mask, how tight it is, how good it fits, how far departed we are from our authentic self, at some point in life becomes really uncomfortable. At some point you can't live in there anymore. It becomes a straitjacket. And the horrible thing is, those of us who are very sensitive, we're very adjustable. It's not necessarily the sensitive. Who are we? Some of us, I don't know who we are, but some of us are very adaptable. We're very moldable. And it's a good thing. Because neuroplasticity and all of that, here comes Mr. Cat. We want to be moldable. But if we're molding to other people's expectations at the expense of our own authenticity, and we really perhaps want to explore authenticity in the next wave spell, if we are molding ourselves, then we are distracted by a purring cat. Are you coming or are you going? What are you doing? You want to be cuddled, but I don't really want to cuddle you right now because I want to focus on what I'm doing. Dook, 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 dook. Listen to this baby. This cat wants to lie directly on my heart, but I'm sitting upright, so it's really hard. How am I going to do this? I don't want to do this while you're listening to it. Oh, honey bunch, you are so adorable. Until you bite me again. This morning was very cute. I picked this baby up, and he didn't want to be picked up, so he just nipped me in the hand softly twice. Stop, stop. Put me down. I was like, well done. Really well done. He needs to learn to communicate without freaking out. And needs to have his nervous system updated and realize there is no danger. Oh? Yeah. I'm very thankful. And now he's going to start chewing on the cable. I wanted to play you the tune half an hour ago already. Do you remember that? Okay. We have only not so much time left. Okay, let me play the tune. I might just have to check out really quickly when I get called to work. What can I say? Pure love. No, don't chew the microphone, baby. Don't chew the microphone. Yeah. Synchronize, evolve. No. Yeah. No. What am I saying? Memory, switch on. Synchronicity is the last word. Evolve is the second. Navigate. Navigate, evolve, synchronicity. Whatever we are synchronizing with. All right. I leave it as a question. We have arrived at we have had the analog wave spell here, and Oi, sorry, I think I might not be able to do this. Who comes first, cat or you? You. No, kitty cat. We have arrived at, I think this cat is saying, pay attention to me, what are you doing? Red serpent, the white wizard. The white wizard the other went went clockwise on this wheel of Tzolk'in fortune. And we've come to the end of this one, and it culminates in the white wind. Presence. It's not the regular wizard wave spell. The analog wave spell goes clockwise versus the regular wave spell, which goes counterclockwise. The occult wave spell goes clockwise but backwards. I can't get over that one. I just can't get over that one. You can't relax like this, kitty cat. You're going to relax and fall over because you're sitting up, and I can't sit for 40 minutes at a half bend backwards. So can I train my stomach muscles? Okay, let's see. You? I don't think so. So this wizard, which ends in the cosmic wind, it has a different pulsar. The regular wizard wave spell would be magnetic wizard, overtone, mirror, solar wind, cosmic world bridger. This analog wizard spell has a magnetic wizard, overtone dog, solar world bridger, and cosmic wind. This is just waffling to anyone who isn't into the system. It's a totally different pulsar. Analog, the best friend of the serpent. The wizard. Yeah, okay, I am not truly focused. So I'm gonna love and leave us, I think, and attend to this cutesy of a cat. This cosmic earth is calling me to synchronize with the cat, and I am present with the cat, and the cat is saying, please be present with me. Here he comes doing it again. Yes. Okay, that would be the healing technique of true presence, and the cat needs it, and I guess I need it too. And it's always a nice thing to do. And I'm not clearly present enough with you guys, so let's hang up here. Short and sweet. And I will probably have a lot of thoughts shoot into my head that I would like to say later on about today. Always often happens that later in the day, you don't need to, cutie, that you just, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter to speak about what happens when it's not happening. Like a theory totally off this moment. What's the point to talk about that? Just filling space. So I'm not exactly in the mask, but I'm not present. I'm not engaging the moment. Now I'm back. Now I'm engaging the moment. Now I'm exploring what I am experiencing and sharing that with you. Or experiencing this, just sharing my experience. This, you, whoever you are, is completely involved in this moment with me. And it gives me joy even to think I don't know who you are. It's just like, it doesn't matter. My mind doesn't need to know. My soul surely knows. my soul, the soul, our souls. Are we many souls? Are we one soul? Are we soul sharing? What are we doing? Does it matter? Does my mind need to know? It asks all the questions. Is that tiring? Maybe. Is it giving me joy? Absolutely. Is it enough? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Whew. Tomorrow, magnetic wind and the wave spell of whoever underneath. Tatiana, what are you doing? You're leaving the moment again, going into tomorrow. Sometimes that makes sense, just to kind of like, it's like looking at the root of, when we go hiking today, we look at the route. This is where we're going to go. We're going to come past these 3 villages. We're going to cross over this mountain. We're going to come past these 2 rivers and that lake. And this is where we're going to have lunch. And this is where we're going to have coffee. And this is where we're going to sit and swim. And this is where we're just going to dangle our feet on the cliff and look down 2,000 kilometers at the edge of the earth. So sometimes it's nice to know that before you set out. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not focused enough to prepare. So we just a beautiful, synchronized, present, transcendent, earthly, navigated, synchronistic, delicious day. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh.